Hello ladies and gentlemen, James Spinning here once again. It's another One Track One library today, and today it is the turn of a harp. It's a harp library, and this is Tyrolean Harp. It's a folk harp, and it's from WeyrerTon. Apologies if I'm getting the name wrong. WeyrerTon, WeyrerTon. This harp, I'm going to say it now, is rather beautiful. Rather beautiful. It's a folk harp. It's got that sort of woody Celtic vibe going on. There are three articulations. You've got plucks, nails and harmonics, and it's rather lovely. So me being me, I've done it to a picture, and I thought I was playing around with it, and I thought, okay, well, I could go with elves and fantasy, or I could go with, you know, medieval kings and queens, or I could go with, you know, woodland and nymphs and all of that. But no, me being me, I decided to go, let's go weird. So I went with this. It's a man looking out of a blind. I seem to be in a sort of a mystery horror mood recently, so apologies if you're getting all mysteried out. Anyway, so I did it to this picture, and you'll see what I did, and I was just being silly, but I got a little bit carried away with not just doing a beautiful sound from the harp, but a bit of sound designy. So anyway, I'll show you exactly what I did. If you don't want to hear me rabbiting on and all my nonsense, just go down below and go to the minutes and seconds and tap in full track, and it'll zoom you straight to the track, and you can hear what this can do amongst all the sound designing. So it is One Track One library. It's the only instrument I've used, and yeah, well done, WeyrerTon. This is it. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is the Tyrolean Harp. It comes in 96K version and normal. I'm just going to use the normal version. I'm going to hide my browser so I can show you it. Now, I'm just going to do a little bit of a compare to start with. This is how it comes out of the box, I think. Nice. And you have three mics. You have close, width, room. We have the whole thing is 393.72 meg. So to conserve power, I'm going to turn one of these off. So I'm going to turn width and room off, just close, and you have volume controls here. Let's turn it up a bit, shall we? Here we go. This is just the close. Very nice. This is just the width. Turn you up to that same. There's a lot of detail in there. That's rather lovely. And then this is the room only. Rather nice, isn't it? So I'm going to turn that off and go back to the close. So you have three articulations effectively. You have plucks, nails, and harmonics. Plucks, sus, all operated by the key switching down here, but I'm just going to use my mouse because I can. Plus I can't stretch as far that way anyway. Plucks, sus. Nice and close. The pluck release. So you could almost, oh, I'm going to turn you down actually. Bit hot. So if you want that no sound, no decay, no release, there we go. You could almost strum it like a guitar. Or you could go jazzy on it. Shut up. Sorry. Nails. Nails. That's calming. And harmonics. That's gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to compare and contrast with a couple of other harps that I've got. This is obviously the Tyrolean. Folky, folky. This is the Spitfire. I've basically tried to volume match it a little bit. Let me turn it up a bit more. So again, back to the Tyrolean. So effectively, I have got it on just a close mic from the harp. But obviously you've got an awful lot of the room in the Air Studios, haven't you? But that's still nice. Anyway, the next one is from East West. That's the Harp Gold. Let's just compare the Tyrolean with that one. You can't, yeah. Well, that's just got a really nice woody. This is just traditional. Who knew harps could be different? Now these are Eduardo Tarolante's harp. So this is a Gothic harp. Fairly Final Fantasy-ish. And this is his Celtic harp. Which is actually, I think, the closest to this one. Yeah, I mean the Tyrolean, you can hear the woodiness. Is that a word? Woodiness? Anyway, so that's that. And now I am going to show you this thing, and in fact show you what I was thinking of. What was I thinking of? So here is the piece, and I've used lots and lots of instances of the Tyrolean harp because it is a one-track, one library. So I started with what can I do? I've effectively got 3 harps. So I literally played around, and this was just your bog standard me noodling around. I was just being silly. Basically 3 instruments. Let's put them in 3 different parts of the room. So this was my first one. This was my second one. This was my third one. And this was Eventide Audio's T-Verb. And look, you've got three microphone positions, and you mute them and all of that. So I've got literally 3. This was the 3 mic positions. On the middle. Yeah, and I thought, well, that's all very well and good. And did I want to write that sort of elven relaxation, medieval king and queen thing? And of course I thought, no, I want to write something darker or weird. In fact, so along the same principle, this is just how I got to where I got to. I wrote this. Mess, I know. But at least it got me thinking, what can I do with it? So I actually used these. Look, shall I show you? I used them here. Which was effectively these here. Yeah. So actually, that wasn't gone to waste. I used it here, but I then sound designed a bit. I put these things, and I'll show you exactly what I did in the mix. Sounds a bit funky to me. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So I will talk about what I did. So I basically, first of all, came up with this ostinato. I then introduced this theme under the nails. In fact, here we go. Let's go back here. Meanwhile, I had these, I call it 4th and 16th, it's because later I've got weirdness going on. I basically started just going plink, plinkety plonk with these on, I'll find it for you, channel 6. This was just the pluck, sus, width and room only, okay? But obviously put into a position that I liked. And this was just mic 1, which is right in the middle. Good. So that was my core. Then I started, well, let's get sound designy because somebody is looking through a blind and it's a little bit more mysterious that. So I introduced, and looky here. I went into the room, I went harmonics, and I went an octave down. See? But listen to the thump. So in the mix it's a little bit louder, but these are just the MIDI channels. So there we go. And then I started getting a little bit more creative. Some harmonics around here. And then in this purple, I went all ticky, ticky, ticky. And the ticky, 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 look at that, up 28. You know, I wasn't content with just a couple of octaves. I've gone full width, full plucks, and this is it. And I just wanted this. I wanted that quality here. This is it. I mean, it's insanely quiet, but let me play it for you. See what you can do with just a little one instrument? I love it. I then got thumpy again. I then built up with these 4ths and 16ths, which were the back to here, back to more plucks, rooms and width, which was this. Turn it off. There we go. And then I made a rising pad. Now, I will show you in the audio files that I bounced down. So I needed a riser. So I used the nails and I went full on room and I turned it way, way down. You might need headphones for this. In fact, you'll need headphones for the whole thing. This was the first one. And this was the second one. That's a nice one. I bounced them down. I reversed them. And this were my risers down here, right here. Yeah? It's fun, isn't it? And of course, at the end of any sort of, don't you need a boom? Do you need a boom? I need a boom. Particularly when something horrific has happened outside of the blinds. So I've gone full on harmonics width. I pitched it way down. And I put this Valhalla Supermassive on it, and this was the first one. I've turned that up, obviously. And then my hit boom, I went into the same thing. It was exactly the same one here, but I use output thermal on the drum machine, which is basically distortion. Distortion and saturation and fabulousness. This is my thermaled boom. do it again. I'll do it, in fact I'll do both. It's just got that from at the end. So that was that. Look, I'm gonna say it now. I love this harp. It's very detailed. It's beautiful. It's dark. It's fantastical. It's brilliantly light, and I love the fact that actually you've got these 3 articulations. I'll admit the GUI I went, but actually simplicity wins on this occasion. I actually really appreciate the fact that it's simple. Volume control on 3 mic positions, love it. I haven't used the pluck release without the release. There wasn't an occasion where I needed to really, but maybe I should have done. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the bounces. So here we go, guys. This was my piece. As you can see, not many tracks, but you know, who needs it? So these are my plucks. This is my ostinato here with the, you know, there. As far as mixing, I did use the T-verb just to put it in different places. And you know, soloed the mic so I could have way more control. A little bit of compression and a lot of ducking out the low end, simply because I didn't want to overwhelm it in the depths. But so this thump became quite, I just really like that tone. Anyway, so that was, they were all pretty untouched. Now, as I hinted at earlier, these, from the craziness that I played you, I'll just remind you of these. So these things, yeah. So that was that, but just now, then I added, and I'll show you, I added the wormhole. Added the wormhole, a bit of reverb, and a little bit of ducking out the lower end. This is just the first track. Yeah. I then duplicated that, and I automated the volume so it was in and out, but I put a widener on it, the waves in phase, and this was it. So it occasionally comes in and out. I then, on this one, used exactly the same. This is just on its own. Here's the Nails version of the same one that I played. I then used one of my favorite plugins, Excalibur. And I used Where Are We? Dark version. And this is what it is. Oh, I love sound design. And then I just ducked the bottom of it. I mean, look at all that mud that you just don't want to be squelching through. Yeah. And then I put a slight widener on the top with Waves Vitamin. So I just widen the top without it. With it. It just, I mean, it's subtle enough for me, really. Anyway, so that was my other sound designy bits. My rising pads you've seen. My booms you've also seen. Oh yes, let's go through this. So this without any of these is that thing that I got going. And then I decided to add reverb, basically to just add a few early inflections, just to add a few early reflections, just to put it somewhere else. Without it. Just pushes it back slightly. I then added a tremulator. I then added this. Now this is a fabulous compressor from Plugin Alliance, Unfiltered Audio. It's just a bit of a creative compressor, just adding a little bit of distortion and all that. I then added this awesome freebie. Without it, straight there. If you add it again, just winds it. I love that one. And then of course, what did I do? I automated it. Look at all these. I had the reverb, the wet and dry, so it's actually going to come back in your face. I had the mastered bypass just simply because I only wanted that to have the effect. And the same thing with the autopan just here. So altogether, it's just this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to play it for you now. I'm going to put the picture up. There's the picture. There's the weird man looking at what on earth is going on out there. Feel. Hope you like it. I'll see you on the other side. So that's the mystery of going on outside the blinds of, ooh, what's he seen? But there's something not quite right. But oh, something horrific might have happened. Sorry, I am a child. Anyway, that was the Tyrolean Harp. And I do think it's a very beautiful instrument. So I will be using it an awful lot. And it's, you know, as you can probably hear from the others, it's, again, another different harp. I'm glad that actually all these different harps are different, because there would be no point in having 5 harps that sound exactly the same. So if you want a wooden Celtic folky harp in your compositions, look them up. So again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to my nonsense. If you like this, give it a like. If you like what I do, please subscribe away, ring the bell, and you'll be notified of any other nonsense videos that I do. Again, I'll put down below where you can get the track and you can get the stems, and more importantly, where you can get this instrument. There's a link below. So in the meantime, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.